Good evening. How are you doing? Welcome to the very first live private concert at iBook Shows. And yeah, we're in new territory, trying to see how this is done. And so we've been planning this for, I don't know, a couple of weeks. And this may well be the new way to see, especially the artists that Ryan Hership books at iBook Shows. So we're ready to go. I hope you guys are ready. I don't know how many people we have, but we have the thumbs up there. We're all good? Cool. Well, let's try one. See how this works. Go ahead, Chris. 1, 2, 3. And there you go. So here we are. Party time. I'm not sure what this is, but it's single malt. So there's that. Now we can change instruments, just because I can. This is a little different for me. It's kind of fun. I'm playing my Boucher tonight, so hi to Robin and Guillaume out in Quebec if they're watching. I hope they are. This was the second custom-made guitar I had built by them. It's a jumbo, and it's made out of flame maple in the back, and they're gold pack, they call it, torrefied top, and all the bells and whistles. And I call her the Enola Gay. I named her after the plane that dropped the atomic bomb, because everywhere around this guitar is ground zero. So, so we hope you're having a good time. I hope everybody can see me. Well, actually, I hope you can't see me. If you just heard me, it's all right. And
We can see comments.
what's that?
Got comments.
We have comments. Okay, good. Who's talking to me?
It says
Anybody?
beautiful guitar.
Oh, there you go. So anyhow, I'll do you some Earl Travis here. Okay, there we go.
I got a request.
Oh boy.
The mathematician.
Oh God. We might get to that in a minute. Okay, mathematician. Mathematician. Okay. Let's see here now. Okay, I'm making a mental note of that. Here we go. Jesus in. I wrote this song here in the bathroom. As I've written many of my greatest songs. It comes out now that I've written many of my songs in the bathroom because it really is the best place for acoustics in the whole house. And so this was one of those songs that I actually sat in the bathroom and got the head of the tune for. All right, let's try this one. See what we get. One, two, three. Yonder mountain, or pine, or by my own. And I stand here before you, like a stranger, far from home. My father, he was a miner, now his comrades say to get bones. He left me, but he left me like a stranger, far from home. Rich and famous, courted their daughters like they were alike. But there was one who could snare me, train my dead, but at least I still am free. I have gone yonder mountain or by the road that I ride. I stand here before you like a stranger. I stand here before you like a stranger far away. Yassa. There's that one too. Chris, do me a favor. See that big old silver knob? Crank that up a hair. About a quarter of an inch. Either the scotch is making me deaf or I'm just deaf anyway. How's everybody doing there now? We talking? People talking?
Ellie and Mike say hello.
Hi, Allie and Mike. How you doing? Let's see now. I'll do another one. I just there's a bunch of requests that I get prior, like over the last couple of days. People going, if you don't sing this, I'm going to punch you the next time I see you. This is a song that me and my cousin wrote, and when I first wrote this lyric for this song, I actually didn't know that I was writing a true story, and found out after the song was written that this story actually happened. And the only difference between my version and the actual story was that the boat went down in Canso, not in the Shetty Camp Harbor as it does in the song. And so I was a bit freaked out to find that out when I debuted the song to the family and close friends, and they were like, "Who told you that? When did you hear that story?" And I was like, "I don't know what story." Well, that so and so that actually happened, and they told me, of course, the name of the boat is different too, and they told me the name of the boat as well, and it really did happen, and I've been singing it for 100 years. I knew I wasn't going to get away without doing it tonight, so this is for all the people in advance and prior to this who have asked for it. Just a lad I was of 13 years when my father passed away, and I had to take a job as deckhand on the Molly Bay. And the time I spent one summer past turned into 50 years, and the sound she made as she broke the waves still rings within my ears. She was passed to me when I was 23. Captain Mills went round the bend. He saw a forerunner on the dock one night, never sailed again. Superstition be damned, I sailed a proud fair maiden of the sea. There was never another like her, and no one for her but me. I saw the time with me in my prime, no man could be my equal. To the eye of a needle I'd sail her any day. But when I grew older I couldn't hold her, my courage slipped away. So they put a young boy from Cancer at the wheel of the Molly May. While the years went by and the tails ran high of the catches we brought in, there were times I thought we'd sink her, but her spirit would not give in. Words are spoken, souls are broken, and the bottle shattered mine. I could see that she'd outlived, I'd not win the war of time. But I saw the days and the devil ways, no man could be my equal. To the eye of a needle I'd sail her any day. But when I grew older I couldn't hold her, my I was there to see her sail away in the cold December haze. But the cat's old boy had never seen the lights of the southeast wind and waves. At the harbor mouth, he drifted south right into Lighthouse Rock. And he smashed her keel and he laid her low while I watched there from the dock. But that's all the time with me and my pride. No man could be my equal. The eye of a needle, I'd sail her any day. But when I grew older, I couldn't hold her. My courage slipped away. So they put a young boy from Kansas at the wheel of the Molly May. And there'll never be another. The lights of the Molly May. And I wish that I'd gone down, boys, at the wheel of the Molly May. That's an old one. So I'm going to do something else I don't normally do, ever. Play the fiddle. Just cause. How are we doing now? Who's on there? Talking? People? Saying? Things? Stuff? Cheers. I hope you guys are all doing alright. It's an odd time right now, as we all know. So I hope you're using stuff like this to take your mind off of toilet paper and the lack thereof, perhaps, and other things. Lineups at grocery stores. I was at the superstore today. It was like something out of a Stephen King movie. It was interesting, but still scary anyhow. But I hope we're just all doing well. And,
Gunning's here.
Who? Oh, hey, Dave, how you doing, buddy? My brother Dave there, Dave Gunning. I'm sure he's going to be doing one of these concerts shortly. I think he's also got one coming up through the National Arts Center in Ottawa. I think I'm doing one as well. And so we will have actually dedicated concerts and stuff for over the next few months as we try to keep, ourselves afloat and keep in touch with you guys, because, it doesn't take long to realize that once you can't go out on the stage, your chances of connecting with your audience gets slimmer and slimmer. And you can't believe how bad you miss it. I've spent most of my life shrinking from large crowds, and it seems like over the last month, three weeks, that I have an urge to run out into the street and hug strangers, because when you can't see people, it's rather disconcerting. So anyhow, I'm going to play a few fiddle tunes here for you, if I can manage it. I've been practicing today. I've gone through this medley a couple of times, but that's no guarantee. So we'll see what happens. You had a lot of drink after that. Call that a memory. Oh, God. Oh, it's been a long time since I did something like that. Oh, ooh. Yeah. Oh, boy.
Lots of clapping.
So lots of clapping. I don't play the fiddle anymore. Every time I do something like that, I remember why. Yeah. Woo. Good fun though. So just in case you're wondering, obviously I have some extra musicians in the room with me, and they would be me. Because we're in Ginger's barn. Ginger's barn. This is the studio, and this is where we're recording, not just me, but we've had a few projects in here, Addison Locke and Fireflies, and Gunnings worked in here with me, and Matt Anderson, and Bruce Guthrow, and so it's been pretty cool here. We've had it open for a couple of years now. And it's a great place to work. Supposing we can ever have anybody back here again. I hope so. we may just have record everybody remotely, or they can just stand down the driveway and holler up, and I'll put a mic out over the balcony. We'll do something. Not going to give up. And yeah, so this is a song that I do every night in my live shows, and God, no time flies me doing this. This is a song, my favorite Lightfoot song. If I had to pick a favorite, this is definitely in the top 3. I know it switches. This is often the first one, but then of course I love the Railroad Trilogy, and some of the other ones are. Well, it's hard to pick a favorite, right? I think I was playing this song, singing this song when I was, I don't know, 11 years old, and I used to do it in the band with my brother Dave, who's passed on, unfortunately. Lost him a few years ago, and he used to call this a song from hell because I never could remember the words, and it was just as bad with lyrics when I was 15 as I am now, and so we'd start the song, of course, and had an elaborate copy of Lightfoot's version, myself and him, and Ken Davison Sr. played the bass with us then. And we played 5 nights a week in Halifax, and I would step up to the mic confidently and start the guitar lick and not make it through the first verse. Because the song is so brilliant. It's one of those songs that even when you're singing it, you're mesmerized by Lightfoot's brilliance. And I'll see if we remember all the words tonight. We might get lucky, we might not. We'll just see what happens. And the band is on strike. 2, 3, 4. Here it's still the signs of my room. I hear could only have you near to breathe the sigh or two, I would be happy just to hold the hands I love on this winter night with you. Fire's dying now, my lamp is growing dim. The shades of night are lifting. Morning light steals across my window pane, where the snow are drifting. If I could know within my heart that you were lonely too, I would be happy just to hold the hands I love, to be once again with you, to be once again with you. Good Lord, help me. More scotch. Yeah, so I think I had a touch of COVID back in January or February. I got real sick on the road in February with a lung infection before we knew what it was, and I'm pretty sure I actually had it. And I'm still sort of recovering from it. It's a weirdest thing I've ever had in my life. And so still a little bit wonky, and but I fought it off, and I had a bout of anorexia last week. I fought that off too. I was working all right there, and so what's going to happen now? Oh, that. Well, how about this now? Somebody asked me to play the mathematician. This ought to be good for a laugh. I'm particularly brave, I guess, because you know, when you're online like this, nobody can actually throw things at you, except the people in the room with me. There's several in here with me, but all they're doing is unsuccessfully attempting to make me laugh my ass off in the middle of the songs. Sticking things up their noses and just all sorts of. You don't know what's going on behind this camera right now. It's just terrible. That oh gee, this just gets worse and worse. I'll try this. I haven't played this in a million years, but this won't be fast as a record. Mathematician. Not as fast as it used to be, but as fast as you're gonna get at this point in time. Who else is on there? Anybody talking to us yet? Anybody?
Joe DeVoe.
Oh, Joe. How you doing, buddy? Jesus, I haven't heard from you in a million years. You all right? Everybody okay wherever you're at? Yeah, that was a great friend of mine. Used to book us all the time in Port Hawkesbury. And I'm actually running into more people now that were shut down just online. And sometimes when I'm out touring, a lot of people I don't get to see at all. And reconnecting with them now because everybody's pretty well stuck online. So it's nice to hear a lot of these people. And
He's having twin boys today.
what? Really? Oh my God. Gee, that's amazing. Congratulations. That's awesome. Twin boys. You're never going to sleep again.
That's Papa's Pub, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
We got some good memories.
Oh boy, yeah. Joe, Chris Coots here.
Hey, Joe.
He's helping out with the technical stuff tonight. And yeah, so yeah, we have some great memories there. That was a fantastic venue. And one of the first ones like it in Cape Breton, really. A lot of the ones that came afterwards were sort of modeled on his blueprint. He had really cool music in there. It wasn't just, cover bands and stuff. He had all kinds of folk singers and fiddlers, and so it was a pretty cool spot to be. I remember playing there many, many times. And yeah, so this song here came from a phone call I got in the middle of the night from a buddy of mine in Nashville, and he was calling to tell me that his wife had left him, and coincidentally, his wife had once been engaged to me right before he married her. Right before, while she was engaged to me, and so it was a bit of an odd situation. And so after I talked him down off the ledge and everything, and I ended up. We've lost somebody in the studio here. He's down for the count. Yeah, I guess you never heard this story before, but it's true. So anyhow, he so I had to talk him down off the ledge. He's all sad because his wife was leaving him, my ex. And so when I told him I was going to write him a song, I sat down in the studio, and after I wrote the song, realized the song wasn't even about him. It was about me and her. And I don't know if you even heard it. I see him online a lot these last few days too, which is really funny. He was very famous when this all happened. He still does pretty good, I guess. And but I see him all the time on Facebook, and he's funnier than hell. He's a good old boy from Louisiana, and but yeah, it's funny how these things get written. But anyhow, this is called "Leaving Charlottetown." 2, 3, 4. You missed the train that I was on. You're gonna pull away. In just a moment I was gone. Empty as a newborn day. If I could come and say goodbye, is it too much for you to cry? Almost knew you let me down. Leaving Charlottetown. I saw this coming long ago. That photo mile on the sea. Someone there for sure. Never really wanted me. But something better came along. Pretty face, a newer song. I became the latest clown. Living Charlottetown. Put it back up. I saw your mother at the store, but it looked like it might rain. I said yes, and is here to stay until you're just growing old. When you find yourself alone in a house that's not a home, broken hearts are always found in Charlotte. When you find yourself alone in a house that's not a home, broken hearts are always found in Charlotte. Broken hearts like mine around in Charlotte. So that's for you. What's your face? There you go. I never say his name or hers, just because. Ooh, look, a mandolin. I used to make a living with one of these instruments. You'll never be able to tell it now, but many, many years I played mandolin in a variety of different bluegrass bands in the States, and got to hang around a lot with people like Marty Stewart and guys like Bill Monroe. Monroe always fascinated me because you get so much music out of the instrument, and with seemingly little effort. And he's sort of the grandfather of bluegrass music, or the father of bluegrass music, and the grandfather of mandolin players everywhere. And so, if you're a mandolin player, you pretty well have to play Monroe. If you're not playing Monroe, you've missed one of the biggest parts of the music. And he wasn't the greatest technician in the world, well, to the naked eye. But when you try to play what he did, it suddenly becomes quite difficult. And I used to follow him around a lot when I was a kid, and I'd always ask him to show me things, and he'd always say yes, and try to teach me something, and I would play it back to him, and he always said the same thing to me every time I did this. I'd learn, because I knew what I wanted to learn. I was working on it before I ever got to him, so I'd tell him, teach me how to play X tune, and he'd go, yeah, sure, and he'd start teaching me, and playing it for me really is all he was doing, right in my face, and I was done. I'd play it back to him. He'd look down at me and go, "You just don't have it, boy. You just don't have it. You just can't play. You just can't play. Canadians can't play bluegrass." He said it all the time to me. It was really funny. But it turns out after he passed away, a lot of people that knew both of us told me that he was laughing his ass off when he'd leave me just standing there, and he'd walk away and be laughing, right? Because he did it to me to make me practice. He never told anybody they had it right. I don't think he ever did. And so yeah, there was a lot of times I'd pull a mandolin out on stage in a sound check or something, and I'd end up playing tunes, just random tunes, and they always were Bill Monroe tunes. It was like, I don't know, lots of other tunes that are maybe even more difficult and flashy and fancier and more melodic, or whatever you want to call it. But whenever I pick up the mandolin, I always think of him. And matter of fact, I'll show you something. Pass me that mason jar there. This is really cool because I haven't actually had this around for a while. It actually left me by accident, but I'll just see. Can you see that in there? What that is in there is a rattlesnake's tail, and I got that from Monroe. That tail, and I've had it in my mandolin ever since. It's out of my mandolin now because I gave young Judd Gunning a mandolin.
He's
a couple
watching.
weeks ago, and forgot I had that in the mandolin. And Judd found it and immediately recognized it as a rattlesnake tail. Actually wasn't sure if it might have been some larvae, something shit a skin or something, but it was actually, so he figured it out and he got it back to me. But I was literally at a festival one day that Monroe was playing at, and he walked by me and took that rattlesnake tail and stuffed it in the hole of my mandolin and said, take this boy, He came in and said better. And he walked away, right? And so the reason a lot of these old timers use these, and what they say is they're a natural humidifier, dehumidifier. So when the mandolin is too dry, when it's wet, it'll suck up moisture and let it out when it's too dry. And I don't know. I had it in mind for in years. I'm gonna put it back in there, I think. Anyhow, here's some Monroe tunes. Just for fun.
1, 2, 3.
Well, that's Monroe. So we're gonna do one more. Oh, thanks, Chris. We're gonna do one more for you, and so I forgot to mention to everybody too. I know there's a donate button on this page where you can send us a little money if you'd like to. You don't have to. And also, if you want to help us out, you can also send a donation to us through PayPal, which is paypal.me/JP Cormier Music. And it says paypal.me/JP Cormier Music. Every little bit helps. We're out of work, seriously out of work. Never thought I'd see this day. It's really freakish. I kind of have a hard time even trying to get my head around it. But hey, we're all in the same boat. All the musicians are in the same boat. So if you support me and make sure you try to go online with some of these other fellows too and help them, because we're all in the same boat. It's a bad place to be right now. But people have been very generous over the last couple of weeks, and they've been sending stuff to my PayPal, and you can even do internet email transfer if you like to jpcormier38@gmail.com. jpcormier38@gmail.com if you want to do an email transfer. And of course, you can use the donate button on this feed too. But anyhow, I really appreciate. There's been a massive amount of support online for me since this all started. We've been doing as much as we possibly can, on Facebook and YouTube, and now this, and definitely planning more mischief as we go forward. Keep your eyes open. I think we're going to be starting to do a really interesting YouTube series. We're going to start working on it right away. Me and Gunning are working on a couple things that are going to come out soon, and so that's on the go. And so I'll send this song for. I've had a request for this before we even started. I get texts and emails from people early on in the day, like, if we're gonna come see this, show, you better sing this song. So this is for you. Let me thank you very much, and thanks to Ryan Hership and Jen Hership for getting this platform together. And I hope you all enjoyed this and could see it well. And we're doing some really unique things to get internet to work out here. So I hope it went all right for everybody. And can't stress enough, no matter what anybody's telling you, just stay home. Stay home. And keep your hands washed. Don't touch your face. I know you've heard that a million times, but repeat it 1,000 more times, because we can definitely flatten the curve on this thing and escape a lot of tragedy if we can do that. So I love you guys. I'll see you somewhere shortly. Another morning, one more day that I regretted. Too bad the sun can't come and chase the years away. At 83 to see the youth of all planted, to see the harvest in a fading memory. Another morning, how I'd love to see my children, but they have all grown up and away to other lives. Jim is a doctor, Bill's a pilot, they don't call often. We lost Sarah in the fire of '65. Nowadays I've grown longer, I am much too old for anyone to hold. How I wish that I was stronger to make the trip back home. Can I make it all alone? Another morning, feed the cat and watch the TV. Days like this when I miss Catherine the most. I lost her last May when the sickness took her from me. one day they will see the world through my eyes. Now the days are growing longer, they would be too old for anyone to go. Now they'll wish that they were stronger to make the trip back home, but like me, they'll be alone. How I wish that I was stronger, for I know I must go home, but it's hard to walk alone. Thanks a lot, guys. We love you dearly, and we'll see you next time. Keep an eye on us. We'll be back in various forms in the next few weeks. And keep an eye out for all my brothers and sister artists who are going to need your help. So,
Joe's asking for an encore.
who is?
Joe. He's asking
Is
for
that
Jimmy
so?
Brown.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Good one, Joe.
all right then. We'll just do a damn encore then, because I don't have to go anywhere. I sell the morning paper, sir. My name is Jimmy Brown. Most everybody knows that I'm the newsboy of the town. You can hear me yelling Morning Star, running along the street. Ain't got no hat upon my head, no shoes upon my feet. I sell the morning paper, sir. My name is Jimmy Brown. Never mind, sir, how I look, don't look at me and frown. I sell the morning paper, sir, my name is Jimmy Brown. I'm awful cold and hungry, sir, my clothes are mighty thin. I travel about from place to place, my daily bread to win. I sell the morning paper, sir, my name is Jimmy Brown. My father died a drunkard, sir, I've heard my mother say. I'm helping mother, sir, as I journey on my way. My mama always tells me, sir, I've nothing in the world to lose, and I'll get a place in heaven, sir, to sell the gospel news. I sell the morning paper, sir, my name is Jimmy Brown. I sell the morning paper, sir. My name is Jimmy Brown. All right, guys.
Yeah, buddy.
Love you. Thanks a lot. We'll see you soon. Bye.